stay only as long as we need to.
Yo, yo, yo. What up, dudes? How's everybody doing? Did they put up happy birthday in your cubicle? Bow, 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 bow. If that's the worst thing that happened, that ain't too bad. Okay, I kind of want to reset all this just to make sure I have the latest version. 260 points. Nah. We'll just go through it. That's fine. How y'all doing? How was your Sunday? Oh, I have too many tabs open. Again. Your new glasses came? Uh-oh. That's not a good face. Thought you were safe because it wasn't there when you got to... Oh, when did they do it? Like, wait till you went to take a poop or what? Lunch break? Okay. Okay, so that part looks good. Yeah, that one's fine. Zoom in here. Okay. That looks good. We need these over here. Okay, so we're gonna go boop, 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 boop. And then... Are we getting rid of anything? I don't think so. Looks like we just add from this point. Okay. Alright, so... I don't really know what all I want to do. I noticed, are there no more freebies? Is that over? Was there only the 2 or 3 days worth or whatever? I thought we were getting more today, but I think that would have been like an hour ago unless they're just running late. It was probably over. We finished the reliquary. I finished leveling my glyphs. Ball Lightning's fun. It really is. It really is. I guess... I just run some dungeons and... eventually work on fixing up my masterworking. I'll do this one because it's a whisper. Pew, 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 pew. All right, let's do this. Probably go do some Helltide after this. I might also, I did start a hardcore druid guide. So I have a link in my bio to my website, and I put a link to the build guide at the very top of it. It's just a max roll link though. What's up, Ghostface? I only speak English. Is Hydra not good? No, Hydra is good. But I did Hydra last season, so I wanted to do something different this season. But no, Hydra is really good. I believe it's S tier. If not, it's high A tier. On your 10, how's it going? Pretty good. How you doing, Daddy Darth? Do I have a build guide? Yes. At the top of my website, which is linked in my profile, I did put a link to this guide. Yep. How am I so good? I just play a lot. What's my favorite scary movie? I mean, Scream is up there. If I had to pick one, I would probably go with Saw. Did Arclash last season? Man, I am an Arclash lover. And like, so because that's what I started this game with. When it first came out, I played Arclash Sorc. And I love it, but it's definitely not the best build. It can get through most content, but it does fall off in the end game. Same build, but double damage. I mean, I've put a lot of hours into this character, and my gear's pretty solid. What up, Anthony? How you doing? But I know there's plenty of people who they do way more damage than I do. It's just a matter of getting your glyphs up, and then making sure all your masterworks and tempers and all that stuff are set right. But yeah, my glyphs are all level 100. Scream 6, very good movie. Which one is 6? Was 6 the most recent? Or was that 7? You just did it for fun? Arclash? Every couple of seasons, like I did try Arclash on the PTR, and it was decent, but thank you for the follow, by the way. Yeah, like I try to make it like I try to restore it to its former glory, but it never quite gets there. Have a good. You're out of here. All right, take it easy. Oh, on your lunch break, gotcha. I hope the rest of your day goes well. All right. Yeah, so let's go do some Helltide. Just got started because just hit 1 8 minutes ago. You bad lesson in English? That's okay. That's okay. I wish I knew how to speak more languages, but unfortunately, us Americans, simple-minded. What build is this? This is the max roll Ball Lightning build. What class is the most fun? I like Sorceress, but that's definitely going to be a personal opinion. There are definitely people who prefer every class. If I were to rank them, I would say Sorc is probably my favorite. And then Barb and Druid are close after that. And then probably Spiritborn and Rogue close after that. And then there's that one other class that I just don't really play. Your goat Necro, in my opinion, has no fun classes this season. Yeah, I don't like Necro. That's the one class I can't get into. Although the Bone Storm build looks super fun. I think people are calling it like the Tornado Necro. As a first-time D4 player, I mean, what do you like if you were gonna play like another ARPG? What kind of classes do you generally like? Do you like melee characters? Do you like ranged characters? Do you like casters? You're at work and you heard they nerfed the companion druid? Yeah. So one of the aspects, what was it called? The aspect of Wild Rage. It was causing certain druid builds to do like infinite damage, so they disabled it temporarily. What's the build called? Ball Lightning. It's the pull and peel portals. Man, it's so weird. Like, before I started streaming, I was, like, chilly in my room. And, like, 5 minutes into streaming, and I'm already, like, getting sweaty. What the heck? Are these lights, like, dying and putting out way too much heat or something? Shouldn't be. Now you're getting withdrawal symptoms? Uh-oh. What kind of withdrawal symptoms? Do you use the all-over body deodorant? No. How am I doing, Billions? I mean, all my glyphs are leveled. I've done all my masterworking and tempering. I have mythics. I have chaos armor. Diablo 4 withdrawals. Yeah, this season's pretty fun. I'm liking it a lot. And I'm really excited for next season as well, because we're finally getting the long-awaited tempering and masterworking changes. Excited to hear more about that. When's the next class coming out? Next year when the expansion comes out. We don't have a date yet. All we know is 2026. You'll probably eventually be able to play again. Hopefully. So now I'm torn because I was planning on playing this the rest of the week. But now tomorrow, Titan Quest 2, we're getting their first big update since it went into early access. And I've been itching to play that too. So either I'm going to play that or I might do both. I might do like a split stream. There's like too many game things happening. We have Diablo 2 Resurrected's new season on Friday. I'm pretty excited about that one as well. And then Torchlight Infinite has a new season. And I feel like there's something else too. We're not getting PoE till the end of October. No early, late 2026? No, the expansion is the expansion. All we know is 2026. They have not given a window yet. D2R, same shit. It is, but I haven't played it in so long that I'm excited to get back into it. I'm gonna be playing on hardcore with a group, and I've never done that before, so that should be spicy. Normally, I just level slowly by myself. We do not know that it's a paladin, no. There were leaks suggesting that it's a paladin, and there's been responses by developers basically saying, like, we know people want the paladin, like, we hear you. So, like, we're probably getting it or something much like it, but nothing's confirmed yet. You can't get off Borderlands, and with Battlefield pending, the games I play are changing. Yeah, like, I like Borderlands, but that's really the only, like, shooter that I can get into at all. Like, the very, like, campaign-based shooter. I can't get into the multiplayer stuff, though.
Move.
Update for D4. There was a season last Tuesday, a new season, and then we were just talking about the upcoming expansion that's coming out next year. Playing with a group on hardcore, what happens when one of you die? They move on without you, or they replace you, or if they're in a position to do so, they will rush that person to get them back up to a level that they can get back in. What order of farm objectives should you do after hitting 60 to get Sork build online? First step, if you don't already have it, is try to get an Occam's Catalyst. I don't remember which boss that drops off of. I want to say Beast in the Ice, but I could be wrong. Let me double check that. Lord Zir. My mistake. So yeah, so you want to farm Lord Zir. So to get the materials to summon Lord Zir, you want to You want to be basically doing the Maiden and Helltide. That's probably your best way to farm the Bloods. You can get it as a random drop anywhere, but that's the most reliable place to get it. Once you have that, I would focus on getting all your glyphs for your Paragon board and start leveling those up. Anyway, to get a hold of the Diablo log files, needed to check something. Not that I know of. 3 bosses drop? Let me double check that. According to Maxroll, it's just the Lord Zir drop. Unless they just haven't updated their list. You're loving Borderlands 4 with your daughter, decided to try it? Platinum with you? Nice. Heck yeah. Father-daughter bonding? Like it. What happened, Airbnb Bacon? That's a name to read. You've gotten from Greg and Varshan, actually? You think boss tables are either bugged or not updated yet? Interesting. I don't know. What build? This is Ball Lightning. I'm just using the max roll version. Same as usually what happens with a season drop game, and Battle.net keeps disconnecting every 20 seconds or so. Happens for a week or so, then usually starts working again magically. Huh. Have you tried like resetting your router? I've never heard of something like that before. What's going on there? Don't almost anything you can think of except for swing a cat over your head? Well, at least you have one thing to try. Kidding, don't swing your cat around your head. That's super weird though. It does sound like there is going to be a patch next week that's going to address, what is it, the Beast Cornered power, as well as the Soul Spires and Helltide. So maybe it'll address some kind of performance issues too, but if you're having it like every patch, that's weird. Yeah, that sucks. Huh. Bought some fruit. Nice. Was it good? What kind of fruit? Where'd I find this build? It's on Maxroll. If you go to my bio, in my links, I have a link to my website, and I put a link to the build guide at the very top of it. Pink grapefruit? Nice. Sounds pretty good. I used to have grapefruit all the time as a kid. I never do as an adult. I probably should. It's good for you. Am I using the same Gears Maxroll build? Yep. Yep. I have all the pieces that I need. Not all my greater affixes are perfect, and some of my tempers need work, but... Masterworks. Some of my Masterworks need work. But I have all the right pieces, at least. Do you need Shaco to get the build working? No. So you don't really need any Mythics to get the build working. However, an Air of Perdition and a Ring of Starless Skies will definitely help. A Shaco would help, too, but I used Air of Perdition on this build. Barbecue sauce. You see grapefruit before school every morning? Same. Yeah, my mom used to give me half a grapefruit with a little bit of sugar on top. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll build Ball Lightning. Jake, if you want to teleport, air for damage, yeah. Yeah, if I got a Shaco, I'd probably try it out, but I haven't got one yet. It brings back memories? It sure does. You know what else brings back childhood memories for me? Gushers. Don't have any mythics yet? Yeah, this build definitely does not need them. I was running totally fine without them. Obviously, it's a little better with them, but not needed. Been playing Shred? Nice. I did start a Druid. I started on Hardcore Druid. I'm gonna try the Ravens build. Anyone wants 100 billion? Nice, nice. Yeah, the highest I've noticed, I think I hit a 600 billion, but one of my buddies who's playing the same build, he says that he's hitting for like 1.3 trillion regularly. I don't know what he's got that I don't, but... What about the apple crisp schools used to give? I don't know if my school... Oh, maybe. Maybe. Shred and Ball Lightning are two of your favorite builds? Sometimes I do miss being a kid. Life was so much simpler. Strawberry milk in junior high. You know, it's funny, because like as a kid, I love strawberry milk. As an adult, the idea of it grosses me out a little bit. I'm sure I would drink it and enjoy it, but like, I don't know. Something about the idea of it just kind of turns my stomach. Oh, but you know what I do remember from school lunches is Mexican pizzas. They weren't Mexican and they weren't pizza, but they were tasty. Huey 2 made me mad? Made me mad? No? Why would it make me mad? Lag issues? I mean, I had a few lag issues towards the end of my playing, which was weird because it was like at the beginning it was fine, and then like a couple weeks in I started getting weird lag issues. But no, it didn't bother me. It is what it is. Keep flip-flopping back and forth. So I generally will be playing whatever ARPG has the newest content. Like I'm playing this now, and then tomorrow Titan Quest 2 is coming out with an update, so I'll probably check that out. Although I might play D2 at the beginning of the stream and then switch over. And then Friday I'm going to be going back to Diablo 2 for a little bit. And then, is this Diablo 4 or is this Vessel of Hatred? This is Vessel of Hatred, but I mean, what I'm currently doing, you can access in either. You can access most of the content without the expansion. The only stuff that you won't be able to do if you don't have the expansion is you won't be able to play a Spiritborn. You won't be able to go to Nahantu, so you won't be able to do the Karas Undercity. You won't be able to do the Dark Citadel. You won't be able to get Mercenaries, and you won't be able to get Runes. But everything else in the game is available to everybody. So like, even if you just have the base game, you can still play Seasons. You'll have most of the power available to you. And I am very, like we've talked about this a bunch, but I'm very curious what they're going to do when the next expansion comes out. Like, are they going to roll all of the Vessel of Hatred features into the base game? Or like, are runes still going to be locked behind Vessel of Hatred? Are you going to have to buy that if you want to get those? Or will they make runes available to everybody? Not sure. I hope they just make them available to everybody. Because that would be weird. And just, also, speaking of tomorrow, it probably will be a slightly longer stream tomorrow than it will be today. Today I'll probably go for about 4 hours. Tomorrow I'm thinking I'm going to start a little bit earlier, probably go like 6-ish. Since I do want to play 2 games tomorrow. And then Friday, Diablo ruins your life? Or does it make it better? And yeah, Friday, it's going to be a late stream. Normally I go live around 1 o'clock Pacific. Friday I'm going to be going live around 5 p.m. Pacific. And that's going to be a 2-part 24-hour stream. Meaning I'm going to do 24 hours, probably split into 2 parts. I don't know exactly how I'm going to split it yet, but I might just do it all in one chunk, depending on how I'm feeling, but it might be 2 parts. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling on Friday. How good of a nap I get after work. You're finding the grind a lot more difficult from last season? Would there be a reason for it? Probably just chaos uniques are harder to get the ones that you need properly for your build. If you're having an issue with something else, I don't know. Because I feel like the grind this season was much easier than any other season other than the chaos uniques. Like, I found I leveled faster, progressed faster than I have in any season ever. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? How often am I casting Spark on the Super Ball build? So this guy, when I'm just kind of mindlessly grinding and talking to chat, I just kind of smack it every couple seconds, not really paying attention. Like, honestly, right now in Helltide, I'm not really touching it at all. But, like, when I'm doing, like, Nightmare Dungeons, just kind of, just passively, I'll hit my Blizzard and my Spark every couple of seconds just to get them going. I mean, that's what I do most of the time when I'm playing more difficult content, just like every 5 seconds or so. Am I doing it right? I don't know, but it's been working for me. What's the best place for experience besides Pit? The Pit, probably Infernal Hordes, but the Pit is so far ahead, like so much better. You have to have the mana thing to run this build viably. So my friend was leveling it on hardcore, and she was afraid to do the mana shield, so she was doing it without. And it was working for her until she died. She was playing hardcore, as I said, and she did die. So she had to start over, and eventually she did switch to mana shield, and she seems to be tankier now. But if you haven't gotten it, you can farm the powers just by killing Bartuc in the Infernal Hordes, and after 4 or 5 runs, you're guaranteed to get it. But yeah, you can totally do it. You just might have more mana issues, and you'll be a little less tanky. How much divines does this build cost? Like 4. Like 4 divine. What am I farming for? Honestly, right now I don't really have any purpose for doing this. I'm just kind of mindlessly farming and hanging out and talking to chat. I have most of the gear that I need. Really what I need right now is gold and Forgotten Souls for masterworking, just to reset a couple of my items to try to triple crit. But like I've finished leveling all my glyphs. I have most of the gear that I need. Like, sure, I could find better versions of them, but I have all the right pieces. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of grinding to grind at this point. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna switch over to another character in a little bit. Work on my hardcore druid or something. Either that or my softcore spiritborn. Not sure yet. We'll see. Triple crit's the bane of your existence. A lot of times you get 2 and leave it. Yeah, so that's where I'll start. But then once I finish like everything else and I really have no other thing to do, that's when I'll start going for the triples. Want to run some bosses? I'm down. I don't really have any mats though.
No.
I have some, but not many. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, the same build, but you can't get the right chaos uniques. Yeah, it's tough. So I got super lucky. I got my pants pretty early, and I was struggling to get the gloves in the chest. But then just out of nowhere from the same boss. I think it was a boss. I don't even remember. It might have been the same run to open my chest or whatever. But from the very same, like in the same moment, I got the chest and the gloves, and that felt real good. Although I could definitely use ones with better GAs. I do know you, Joe. How many you got? Like stacks and stacks and stacks? You just farm Helltide? Like, where do you get all these things? What do you usually run? You mix it up, or do you just like go totally brain off and just farm the same thing all the time? You might. Oh. I read a message from like a while ago. Would you say there's a bit more build variety with the new update? Yes, there's probably more build variety than we've ever had in this game. Every class has an S tier build, and every class has multiple A and B tier builds. Yeah. The game is, like, honestly, I still feel like progression is too fast this season, but other than that, I feel like the game is easily in the best place it's ever been. Like, the core loop of the game feels fun. Like, you're encouraged to go and participate in all of the different activities. We're not just sitting and spamming bosses anymore. Do I have my build somewhere? So this is just the max roll build, but I do have a link. In my bio, there's a link to my website, and at the top of my website, I put a link to this build. Yeah, this is on max roll. But I did link to it, if that's easier. Helltides, dungeons, and other stuff? Okay. So you mix it up. Do you do Undercity at all, or not really? You do have some of those also? I will say the season of Diablo is a breath of fresh air. Soul Rift Necro feels amazing. Yeah, I might try a Necro this season. Like, people know Necro is my least favorite class, but they do have some builds this season that kind of interest me. I want to try the Bone Storm build. Oh, hi, Psychosa. 366 blood, 357 steel. Damn. Joe, you're a machine. Yeah, this is T4. Where's the other orange chest? $86 hearts. Running pit 65 with 10 minutes left. Nice, nice. Yeah, I did a couple pits this morning to finish off leveling up my glyphs, but... Alright, take it easy, Daryl. Have a good one. Yeah, this is the first season since season 6 that I've actually cared about leveling my glyphs all to 100. Also, if anybody needs help with anything today, like killing Lilith for your season journey, or if you need like a character power level or something, let me know. Kind of want to check that amulet. You need help paying your bills? Well, I don't know about that one. Nice try, though. What about sleep? Can I knock you unconscious? I was going to make a joke, but then I realized that's probably not stream friendly. Heck it. I have a bottle of chloroform in my closet. It always makes me think of that scene in Ace Ventura where he chloroforms the guy that's running. You have 2 treasure breaches? Alright. I don't know if I've seen a treasure breach yet. Is that just the one with goblins, or is that something else? A Dexter fan, so you expect no less? Oh, but Dexter didn't use chloroform. What did he use? He talks about it in some of the episodes. It is Gobby's? Okay. He uses like a horse tranquilizer or something. Same concept? Yeah, true. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Never seen an episode of Dexter? Oh, it's one of my favorite shows. Like, the original run, season 1 through 4 was incredible. 5 through 8 or 9, whatever they ended at, they weren't as good, but I still enjoyed them. But recently, they did a resurrection show. Like, they brought the show back, and it was so good. I was so happy. Top builds for season 10. Honestly, every class is really strong. So if you go to max roll, let me pull this up. D4, tier lists. We'll go overall endgame. So S tier. They moved Hydra Sorc up to the top, huh? So Hydra and Ball Lightning Sorc on the Sorceress. Evade Spiritborn. 3 Druids, so Flesh Render, Companion, and Shred. Although Companion right now, one of their aspects got disabled because it was like breaking the game. It was so good. Dance of Knives Rogue, Heartseeker Rogue, Flurry Rogue, Death Trap Rogue, Lunging Strike Barb, Shadowblade Necro, Bloodwave Necro. Is that all the classes? Did I mention all the classes? But yeah, like everybody, like just the A tier is this gigantic chunk of builds. There are so many good builds this season. You should watch it. It didn't end in a failure, which is rare. So the original show, most people considered the ending a failure. Then they did a reboot show that was pretty good, but the finale fell a little short. Then they did a prequel show that was like universally loved, and then they did another sequel show to the original show that was like super, 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 super good. You still need to start the other ones? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Like, they redeemed themselves. Using Ball Lightning Sorc, because you go over the rotation a little, you're struggling with it. So on the version that I'm using, basically my rotation is Teleport and Flame Shield are just whenever you need them. When you need invulnerability or when you need to move your feet. Blizzard and Spark are mostly used, like Blizzard you're using, you want to keep Blizzard up all the time. So as long as you can see the Blizzard falling, you're good. That'll give you tons of extra mana regeneration. And since you're using Mana Shield, it's causing your mana to like... Mana Shield makes it to where your life moves to your mana. So you have a huge mana pool that is now your new life. Casting Blizzard will give you way more mana regen to keep you healthy and also enough mana to cast your spell. So it's really good. Spark just puts it just gives you a buff. So you want to use it every couple seconds, whenever. Unstable Currents, you'll have enough cooldown reduction that you can basically keep it up all the time. So when it's available, click it, unless you're like not fighting anything. And then just spam Ball Lightning. That's pretty much all it is. So like when I'm mindlessly farming, I'm literally just walking around, spamming right click and walking around. And since my left mouse is also Unstable Currents, while I'm walking, it'll just automatically cast it when I click on somebody. And then like I'll just tap 1 and 2 every couple seconds, and it seems to work pretty well.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
No problem. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, it's a pretty easy build. The only, like, I'm sure you could probably get a little bit more precise when you're going to use your Spark and your Blizzard, especially if you're doing like pit pushing content. But like until you're like well into the hundreds, it's not going to make a difference. All right, let's go open this Raven.
It is done.
Gold? I do need gold. How much does this give me? 17 mil. Up to 58. Okay, that was better than I expected. All right, I'm not mad at that. Spend these obols. I really do need a better amulet, so I'm going to go with that. And that's no good. We'll keep this Ophidian Iris, though, just in case. Just in case anybody's doing a Hydra build that needs it. We'll go here. All right, Mr. Joe, what are we doing? I do have a Tribute of Radiance. I could definitely do these. Tribute of Titans. I have like 20 of them. I'm offline? Oh. Riz, you're hiding. One more quick question. Is Ball Lightning made for pit pushing? There is a pit pushing variant. So basically, the only thing I changed for pit pushing is I put on this Strike of Stormhorn instead of the Occam's Catalyst. It's the one that throws your Super Ball instead of the one that rotates around you. It's a little bit stronger, but it's not as speedy, which is good for the pit pushing. There are some other changes you can make to the build to make it a little bit better for pit pushing, like putting like Familiar on your bar, getting rid of Flame Shield. There's a couple tweaks you can make, but like really just changing the offhand seems to be enough. Like I've done up to pit 108. So I guess it depends how high you want to push. If you're really trying to like go as high as you can, you might want to look into the other changes, but hey, thanks. But like if you're just trying to level your glyphs, just swapping the offhand's more than enough. Okay, so I have one for Varshan. I just always come here first by default. You need to get Galvanic Azurite. You haven't had luck. Do you know who drops it? I do have the boss cheat sheet up right now, so I can find out. So it is from Andariel, Harbinger of Hatred. Yeah, those two. Andariel and Harbinger of Hatred. Or Belial, if you choose one of those options. Fairly new to the game. Do you pay attention to attack power at all, or just go with gear for your build? I do not look at the attack power stat whatsoever. Because like it's constantly fluctuating in combat. Oh, thank you. Based on all the different buffs and stuff, and so it's really hard to use it as a good base for how much damage you're gonna do. I pay much more attention to the damage numbers that I'm doing rather than attack power.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Can I show my gear? Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so here we go. So I use Air of Perdition, Crown of Lucian on my chest, Chaos Armor, Banished Lord's Talisman on my gloves, Chaos Armor, Lockhorn's Talisman on my pants, Chaos Armor. You can put any 3 of those in any of those 3 slots, but they need to be in those 3 slots. Gravitational on my boots. I use Edgemaster on my wand. I use Shredding Blades on my amulet. I have Starless Skies. I have Galvanic Azurite, and I have Akken's Catalyst, or Stormhorn, Strike of Stormhorn, if I'm doing a pit-pushing build. You were at the shops with your wife when you saw your mother-in-law getting jumped by 3 guys. My wife said we needed help, but you said 3 should be plenty.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I hope that's a joke. You got Lockhorns on pants? So it doesn't matter what slot you have them on, as long as you get those 3 on those 3 pieces. Like you can get Lochrons on your gloves, Banished Lords on your pants, and what's the other one? Crown of Lucian. Like, as long as you get those 3 on any of those 3 slots and like can combine them to fit one full set, you're totally fine. It's a little bit of a puzzle, but Venus. My favorite thing is how much easier Belial goes down compared to all the other bosses. Like the ambush Belial. He just like insta dies. Like such a joke. Oh. I don't have enough for this one. Like, seriously. I mentioned this the other day. Next to the mini-map, if you're in a layer boss dungeon, they really should show you how many, like, malignant hearts you have, like, next to the mini-map up here. I feel like it would be perfect. Just so you can, like, quickly look and be like, oh, okay. Or are we getting Belial? We might. Oh, the only reason the timer's still going is because I haven't opened the chest. 99B? Oh, I've hit for 600B. Alright, do you have any more here, Joe? Make it so you can toggle that on or off. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks. Joe's my Diablo sugar daddy. Alright. Let's go to Zir, I guess. Hello? Bow, 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 bow. Meow. I don't know why, like, I read the message that said nope, and then I looked away, and then I looked back, and for whatever reason, I thought it said nipple. Oh, I forgot to empty out my inventory. Riz, you're a dummy. Big old dummy. You were thinking about nipple? Interesting. During the AFI song that played? Same? Oh. What's happening, chat? What's happening? We're a bunch of horn dogs, that's what. You kept seeing Davey Havoc's nip on Instagram? Nice. Alright. Whoops. I didn't mean it. Have I seen those? I don't think so. An interview? Oh, I don't think so. He has a stretched out V-neck shirt and his nip is like right there. Huh. What up, Hunter? You as well. How you doing? Like in the foreground? Feel like you're about to get violated with this music? Why is that? A lot of damage. You'll only be able to do 45 in 2 minutes. Yeah, my character's pretty strong at this point. Two GA ring. Of course it's a mother's embrace. Why wouldn't it be? You're running speedrun build? Same. Should I put on the damage version?
Did you truly think all of this would be that easy?
Oh. You sent it to me? You sent me some dude's nipples? Thank you. You fell asleep. Good morning. On Instagram.
See some steel you need. Better than starting from nothing.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one.
What's left you
Not a great one. But it's a good one. As good as you can get for a single GA. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Alright. Why do you fall asleep so much? You're comfortable. Or narcoleptic. One of the two. Yeah, that version's a little stronger.
Did you truly think all of this would be that easy?
He was dead before he spawned. Really enjoying the season? Yeah, it's great. The only complaint that I have is that other games are doing things too. And so it's like, what do I do?
See some steel you need.
There's so much stuff happening in video games right now. Diablo 4 in 2025 is crazy. Why should I be playing this one? Is that? Yes? You know what, Poo Eater? I like playing more than one thing. Tomorrow, I'll be playing Titan Quest 2. Best thing about it is you can pick any class and multiple builds. Yep. I went woke? Oh, man. I went woke. No, I've been woke. Really enjoying the crack lightning build? Hell yeah. You woke up this morning? Sadly, hey, take that back. I'm glad you're here. But you know what I can't imagine doing in 2025? Spending all of my time only enjoying one video game that I like playing. You're picking up the game back up after taking a breath last season. We don't have to farm bosses to get uniques. So, I mean, you definitely still can, but there are alternate routes to get a lot of the stuff now. Like the new seasonal thing is a big revamp to the Infernal Hordes, which will give you a bunch of loot. Helltide is really good now because there's the Chaos Rifts that spit out a lot of loot. But if you want to target farm uniques, like, you're not going to be sitting at bosses all day, every day anymore. It's a lot easier to get the stuff that you need, and like, there's more avenues to do it. I think this season's good because, like, it encourages you to go do a little bit of everything. Left Destiny 2 for good, chat. It's been treating me poorly. Destiny 2, that's one that I only ever played like the tutorial for that game. Never got into those. I'm not a shooter guy in general, but I've always said though, if I was ever going to get into any kind of like online shooter, that is probably the one, because it's like, it kind of feels like a cross between Borderlands and WoW, but it's not really my thing. Seeing this is the best season? Yeah, I would say that this is at least the best season in a long time. Prime Destiny was one of the best games you've ever played. Yeah, I've just never been much of a shooter guy in general. Especially like online. Like if it's just like a single player campaign shooter, like a Quake or a Doom or something, like I'm kind of into those, but that's about it. You've been heavy into PoE2? Oh, I love PoE2. I was playing it up until this season went live. And I will definitely be back in December for the Druid and 0.4, if not before that. And I'll probably play the new PoE 1 League as well at the end of October. That'll be after I get back from TwitchCon. Hopefully I don't miss the reveal stream for that when I'm gone for TwitchCon. Usually they do it later though, or closer to. You can play without your game crashing. You're excited for 0.31? Yeah. Yeah, hopefully they fix some of the performance issues. I never like had like a hard crash. Maybe I did once. But most of the time what I would get is the screen, like the gameplay would just like freeze. But like all the animations would keep going. But like just everything would stop moving. And then I would get like a loading screen. And then it would eventually kick back in. And everything would catch up. And that was super weird. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, hopefully they fix that kind of stuff. That's what's happening right now? Yeah, it's weird. Like, it wasn't like that for like the first 2 weeks. And then it started doing it. Yeah, I think this is my last one too, Joe. What's the best way of farming exquisite blood? I believe the Blood Maiden in Helltide is the best way to get those. If anybody knows better, feel free to correct me. After every major update happens. It was just weird because like the first 2 weeks of the update, it didn't happen for me. And then all of a sudden it started happening. What do you think's the better build, Blizzard or Ball Lightning? Oh, in terms of just like straight up damage, Ball Lightning's better this season. But if you like playing Blizzard, Blizzard is absolutely viable. Oh. When you said one more, you meant one more after this. Got it. There you go. When the new expansion comes out for Diablo, you thought they were going to drop one every year. So when the game was first coming out, during an interview, Rod Ferguson, who is no longer with the company, said they wanted to do an expansion about one a year, is what he said. Well, Blizzard's been saying that they've wanted to put out WoW expansions about every year for like 5 years, and they've never done it. So it's going to be in 2026. We just don't know exactly when. But they have confirmed it will be 2026. Did Jerry ever show up drunk? He did. And then went to bed? Or no, then he went to bed briefly, I think, and then went to a golf tournament. Curious how that went. He got his Riz stickers today, though. How do you feel about the last Epoch expansion announcement? Well, I don't know if you saw the follow-up, but today they did confirm that expansion is not the Season 4. It's coming later than Season 4. I think it's huge that it's coming to PlayStation. I think that's going to be great for the game. I've always said that Last Epoch is going to thrive on console. Curious to see when that actually does happen. Let's go do Greg. Did they say it was paid or not? I mean, so you'll have to buy it if you're playing on PlayStation because you don't have it there already. But they've said that any expansion will be free. Assuming they don't change since they got acquired by, Crafton or whatever it's called. When Last Epoch first came out, they said that all future updates, once you buy the game, all future updates will be completely free. Expansions, classes, everything. The only thing that will ever be paid is like the microtransaction stuff, cosmetics and whatnot. Now, could they change that? Maybe. But they did say that expansions would be free. Yeah, I hope not, but nothing's confirmed, but I sure hope not. That said, if they do make it a paid expansion, there's a good chance I'll probably give one or two away. Because I like that game. I want to support it. I want it to do well. It's funny because, like, both PoE 2 and Last Epoch, like, in previous seasons, I've always liked them, but, like, I never really got, like, sucked into the endgame and all that stuff. But these most recent seasons, Season 3 and Patch 0.3 for PoE, both got me really excited and, like, really enjoying the endgame stuff. What build am I running? This is Max Roll's Ball Lightning build. You really hate when they drop games way later on console after PC. They wait too long, in your opinion. For example, Delta Force was like Season 4 before it dropped to console. Yeah, so I know a lot of games they release on PC and not console because early access, it's harder to do early access on console because anytime that they want to drop an update, it has to go through like approval processes and stuff. Whereas like to just drop it on Steam, they can just do it willy-nilly whenever they want to. And I'm guessing that's why. But it is unfortunate. Like, I'm glad PoE decided to do console from launch. That was a smart move by them. I don't know how they're able to get updates out so fast. I don't know whose wiener they suck. Did I say that out loud? But they get their updates out quick. Glad you're on PC now? Hell yeah. Which boss gives Galvanic Azurite? That one is Andariel and Harbinger of Hatred. Or Belial, choosing those two bosses. I just realized I've been salvaging. I really need to just be selling. I need gold. Although I do need Forgotten Souls, too. But a ROG ally almost entirely so you can play early access games and use mods. Gotcha. How am I doing on Forgotten Souls? I have 700.
Greetings.
Eh.
The hammer sings on your return.
So, was yesterday the last day of the freebies in the shop? I thought there was one more day of it, but I didn't see anything today. You've been looking for this item? Thought it was the Power of Codex. Gotcha. Yeah, so they did move. Well, I guess not the Galvanic Adgerite. That one's new. But like the Occam's Catalyst and the Strike of Stormhorn or whatever, those used to be legendary aspects, but they moved them to offhands. I asked you when Season 10 drops, do you think it was the best season so far? How do you feel about it now? So, I still feel like the leveling up and the progression happens too quickly. But as far as like the core loop of the game and the seasonal mechanics, I do think it's definitely in my top 3. I would have to really think about it to place them within the top 3. What up, Master Grogu? How you doing? Yeah, I do really enjoy it.
Did you truly think all of this would be that easy? This is just the beginning.
Where are all the purples? What are we going for? Nothing in particular. Just farming bosses. Using up the mats. Maybe get some purples. It's always useful for runes and Forgotten Souls and gold and that stuff. Like, this character doesn't really need anything else at this point. I probably will farm up more of the seasonal currency also, just to make it easier to level up my alts. Level up's way too fast. You're Paragon level 30 with a group of random running nightmare dungeons, then you look up, you had 40 Paragon points. You swear we played like 30 minutes? Yeah. Yep. Like, honestly, this is gonna be a hot take. Oh, there's a purple. There's a mythic. Which I can't pick up right now. Yeah, this is gonna be a hot take. But personally, I would love to see the game revert to how it was back before Season 1. With the new systems, with the new quality of life changes, but with that leveling speed and that difficulty. Back when we could level to 100, back when Nightmare Dungeons went to 100, and like it took some time to level up. Do I need an Ahavarion? I really don't. I really don't. Bye! Crackling build, not too knowledgeable. So this is Ball Lightning. There is a Crackling Energy build. I don't really know exactly how it works. I haven't looked into it, but I heard it's really good. I think this one's a little bit stronger, but that one's also really good, and I think it might be more fun. I don't know. Can't figure out how people have 1,000,000 Ball Lightning when it won't allow you to even cast one. I mean, I don't know. Do you mean like you just don't have enough mana for it? Because a lot of it is having the mana shield chaos perk, because that turns all of your health into mana. Ball Lightning is the best build, just makes everything easy. Yeah, you can do pretty much everything with this build. It just crushes. Am I not using Ball Lightning Sorceress? So when I'm fighting bosses or doing the pit, like pit pushing, I will switch to this version. But then when I'm just doing like regular easy farm content, I'll switch to the spinny ones. This one just hits harder. It's not as fun to play though. You're playing Shred Druid this season. It's fun until now. Do you have a feeling it's dropping off quickly, or are you playing it wrong? So I don't know how Shred Druid plays. I've actually never done it. I know there was a change to one of the Druid aspects today, but I don't think it would affect Shred. But yeah, if I swap this offhand, then I get the spinny guys. And it's also strong, just not as strong. He dies a little slower. Still fast, though. This is more of the speed farming version that has a little bit more mobility. I really should make a Shaco. Okay, still got quite a few. Struggling to get to T4. T3 is hard. Just keep working on your masterworking and leveling up your glyphs, and it'll just continue getting easier and easier and easier. You'll be back? Alright. Like, I think a lot of people undervalue how much of a difference leveling up your glyphs a couple levels actually makes. Especially once you get them to level 46 and beyond.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Join over here now. You'll hear the music.
Moo
Heck
moo
yeah.
moo moo moo. Moo 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 moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of follows just for Riz Radio. You've created a new class for Diablo and copyrighted it. You want to send it to Blizzard Bethesda for ESO Online, and I want to get your opinion on what you thought about it. All right, what do you got? ESO Online, it would be a DPS and support class. It would be a court jester for Diablo. Some of the weapons would be like magical playing cards, juggling torches. That sounds fun. Hearing weapons as playing cards, it just immediately makes me think of Gambit from the X-Men, but I'm into it. What up, P-Wolf? How you doing? Not Gambit. Is it Gambit? Yeah. What build? Ball Lightning. ESO would be the same, except the support class, it would wield a magical instrument that healed players like a lute. So kind of like a bard. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. Since gestures were court entertainers? Gotcha. Jesters. I played ESO for like a couple days when it first came out, and I've never gone back to it. I really should. I keep waiting for like a new MMO to come out that really grabs me the same way that WoW did back in the day, and nothing's really even come close. What build? This is Maxwell's Ball Lightning build. Have I played PoE 2? Nope. You don't understand the new Chaos Unique. You just got a 2GA Banished Lord boots. What part of it don't you understand? No problem, Luna. I mean, yeah, those sound cool. I don't know if they're looking to take other people's ideas. Blizzard seems like the kind of company to where like they listen to people's input to find out what's not working as intended, or like what's wrong and what needs to be worked on. But they like to figure out their own ways of doing things, and like, so I don't know, but ESO might be a little more open, a little more receptive, maybe. I don't know. Isn't that an amulet instead of boots? So yeah, that's what the chaos means. So anything they can roll as chaos armor. There's a whole list on their website you can check out to see what specifically can drop in each one, but they can roll as a helmet, chest, gloves, boots, or pants. And so you can get anything on that list as any one of those items. And you can only wear one of each on any of those slots. So for example, I have Crown of Lucian on my chest. So that's more of like a chest plate of Lucian or something. I have Banished Lord's Talisman gloves. So Banished Lord's bindings, I don't know. Lochran's Talisman, normally an amulet, on pants. Not enough mats? Okay. There you go. Well, years ago, you didn't pitch an idea to the GM of World of Warcraft, and then they ended up using it. You got no money for it, but you did get one of the items that you suggested. Neat. What did you suggest? Ayo! Thank you for the subby. You get a Rizbuck. This dollar is misaligned. I want my money back. I want my money. It's fake money, by the way. Focus. 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 It's not gonna focus, is it? There it goes. Into the money jar. And yes, this game is Diablo 4. That is correct. All right, Beast in the Ice. The two ideas were the Spirit Ghost Owl and the Spirit Fox, and they gave me one of the Spirit Beasts without having to tame it. Nice. Focus, focus, focus. It's a good magic trick. I like it. Ooh, Chaos Pants. What is it? What is it? Flicker Step. Oh yeah, but yeah, going back to the Chaos Armor. So not only can they roll on different slots, but also when you get them, they will always have at least one greater affix, and then the unique roll, like the unique power, like the gold text or whatever, like the bottom line here, like the after you spend 275% whatever, blah blah blah. That will always roll at 120% of the maximum value. So if it's something that normally rolls from 50 to 100, it will roll at 120 instead. So they're definitely going to be the strongest versions of that power also. Might try a Spiritborn as well. Hell yeah, Spiritborns are fun. I did level one the other day. I leveled it to 50. Still need to get to 60 and get in an endgame, but I was having fun with it. I was doing the Evade Spiritborn because I've never tried it before. I think that was before Activision bought Blizzard, when people say they were nicer to the play race. I do feel like there was a long period of dark days at Blizzard, but I do feel like since the Microsoft acquisition, things have turned around a little bit. It seems a little bit better now. It's still not great, still not what it was, but it feels like they're heading back in a positive trajectory, hopefully. Oh, I'm full again. Like, yeah, it's still not like 2004 Blizzard, who was absolutely crushing it, and like everybody wanted to be at Blizzard, wanted to work at Blizzard, wanted to have Blizzard's babies, but it definitely feels like they're on the right track. Back in the like 2005 to 2010 era, I applied at Blizzard so many times. And they said, heck you, Riz. Heck you. They didn't say anything. Took me like 30 minutes to boost my friend to 60. Easy with those pits. Yeah. Yep. And if anybody does want a power level today, let me know. I wouldn't mind doing that. Before Microsoft bought Blizzard, did they say they were going to give us Vessel of Hatred DLC for free before Microsoft bought it? That's what you remember. No, they never said that. It was always going to be paid DLC. Blizzard doesn't give away much for free. They never have. Like, seasons and stuff are free, but expansions never are. The recruit a friend in World of Warcraft? That's true. I remember taking full advantage of that. Bought the DLC for 15 bucks. Yeah. It's on sale right now, too. If anybody has the base game but doesn't have the expansion, or doesn't have anything at all, there are bundles on sale right now. And I believe right now on Steam, Diablo 4 is free to try. I think it ends today, though. So if there's anybody who hasn't... Oh, I have a warp scroll. If there's anybody who hasn't played it yet and wants to try it out... But yeah, I think that ends today. They didn't really advertise it this time that they were doing that. You're out? Okay. Yeah, this is my last one. I think. Yeah. Wait. There you go. I had extra, Joe. Okay. Do I play with my fans? I have been this season. In previous seasons, I haven't really, but this season I have been doing more group stuff. I've been like power leveling people and then doing groups for Infernal Hordes and stuff. And I might in a little bit, if that's something you're interested in.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Next time you notice me live, maybe I can carry. Maybe. Tomorrow is going to be a weird one, because tomorrow I'm going to be playing a little bit of D4 and a little bit of Titan Quest 2. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I'm not entirely sure. Probably more of the same. Probably doing split streams. And then starting Friday, I'm going to be going back to Diablo 2 for a little bit. And then probably back to Diablo 4 when they do the... I believe... Okay, so here's where I'm a little question marky right now. We know that this season, they're doing an IP collab. They did the StarCraft thing, which could be considered an IP collab. But I'm pretty sure in the past they said the IP collabs were going to be external IP collabs that were going to have in-game events. So I think we're still waiting for an IP collab. So when that comes out, I'll definitely be coming back to this game.
No.
8 runs for Belial? Okay. Do you have any Astaroth? Or Urivar? I meant Urivar. I meant Urivar. I have one for him. $71 masks? Okay. I have enough for one. Awesome to play with fans, makes you a great content creator streamer. I do want to be better about it. I've always been a very introverted gamer. But I would like to start doing more community-focused stuff. It is fun. What pit am I pushing? So, I mean, I'm not right now, but I've done up to 108. Maybe it was 106. It was either 106 or 108. I know it was an even number. I know it was over 105. But I know it was lower than 110. One of those. Meow. Hey, thanks. One of these days, or one of these seasons, I'm gonna go nuts, and I'm gonna be the one supplying Joe with the mats. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like Bizarro season. He's not gonna know what to do. He's like, no, you ain't. I'll always have more than you. For a second, I thought I saw a green item drop. I was like, what the hell is that? This ain't Diablo 2 or 3. There ain't no set items. Yet? Maybe someday? Okay. Boop.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer? What, I'll keep my forge hot?
Okay, what are we doing next? I have 1 for Harbinger, 5 for Belial, 5 for Andy, 6 for... Oh, we're doing that now? I know what you're up to. Treasure Breach. A puzzling number of treasure goblins. Alright. Switch to the speedrun build. Is the season just the same as last, but with armor? Ish. But it feels so much better. It is the new key this season, yeah. So this season, it was the major rework to Infernal Hordes. So Infernal Hordes are way better. There's a new optional boss in it. The new seasonal powers, which they're calling perks this time, are way more interesting and dramatically change the way builds function. And then Chaos Armor is making way more builds viable than we've ever had in the past. So, like, even though, like, the changes aren't super significant from previous seasons, it does feel quite a bit different. There's way more builds to play. There's a lot of new builds that are here. A lot more builds that were never really viable in the past. So it feels really good. Freaking gates, man. Basically, all classes are viable, and it's not just barbs and sorks running around. Pretty much. I mean, there are a lot of sorks and barbs running around, but there's a lot of other classes also. The Chaos Armor, like, it's super cool, because, like, a lot of times, you would feel forced into wearing a Shaco or an Air of Perdition or something like that. And this season, like, you can still wear that, but then you can also wear the unique helm. You just have to put it on your chest or your boots or your gloves or something like that. And it just opens up a lot of possibilities. And I really like it. How hard was it to get this build rolling into T3-4? Not very hard. That's my one complaint about the season. And a lot of people are going to like it. Is that it's very quick to level. It's very quick to progress. for me, somebody who likes playing this game a lot and wants my season to last a full season, not a week, the progression felt over very quickly. Like, I've already pretty much finished the season and everything that I want to do, at least on a single character. I could play alts and stuff and just keep grinding. But, like, this character's pretty done. But for, you know, the casual dad gamers, that's going to be great. Or for the people who want to, like, the altaholics who want to play 12 classes, even though there's only 6. It's going to be great for them. But I do hope that with future expansions, or seasons, if they want to be really ambitious, they figure out a way to give us content that we can continue to push more difficulties to get better rewarded, more meaningful boss fights, so we're not just, you know, blowing them up instantly, actually having to do mechanics, even when we're super powerful. Yo! There's a lot of gabos. Do you try to play PoE? Same as Diablo? I've never heard of PoE. I've never heard of it. What's PoE?
Moo.
You're a casual dad gamer? How do you unlock Herodric spells? So if you're talking about these guys, like these ones here. So all of these, the blue ones, the yellow ones, the orange ones, those are from doing the quest line, like leveling up your bounty board. And then the final 4 are from doing Infernal Hordes and killing Bartuc. But yeah, no, I do play PoE. I do enjoy it thoroughly. I definitely play more Diablo, but as more and more PoE seasons come out, the more and more I'm getting into it and starting to enjoy it more. Does PoE 2 actually have a campaign? The PoE 2 campaign is incredible. Honestly, I think the PoE campaign is better than their endgame. Currently. I think the endgame is getting better, though, but the campaign is great. The thing I'll say about it, though, the PoE campaign, much more difficult than Diablo, much more complicated than Diablo. Like, learning all the systems is a lot more to learn. And the fights, like the boss fights in particular, are very hard. There's a good chance you'll get to the very first, like, tutorial boss and get your ass kicked the first time. But a lot of people like that. Like, when I was first playing, I was comparing it to Diablo meets Elden Ring. Because, like, the boss fights have, like, very telegraphed, like moves that you have to dodge away from and stuff. Otherwise, you're just going to get annihilated. But if you like that kind of gameplay, you're going to like it. Druid's really insane. Yep. Druid's real good this season. And in December, we're getting a Druid in PoE 2. That's also pretty hype. I'm very excited for that one. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to take a day or two of vacation time in December for PoE 2's update. You're playing Sork this season? Ball build? Same. It's great. Super strong. Alright. Man, I got a lot of legendary runes today. Does PoE 2 have cutscenes or is it all reading? I gotta be honest, when it comes to ARPGs, I'm not much of a story guy, so I just spam through it. I believe it's voice acted, so you don't have to read it, but there's not many cutscenes. Like, you'll get, like, little animated thingies between acts, but, like, when you're just going through the quests, it's just, like, scrolling text with a voiceover. Are tributes the best way to farm legendary runes? Tributes and the layer bosses, yeah. You have 15 of the other hearts, 38 shards, $28, 12 stones. Okay. So let's do... Okay, let's do Harbinger. I have 1 of. Oh, he's down here. But it's a Whisper. Yeah, I think the only cutscene, like the full cutscene that PoE has, was their like the cinematic trailer that they put out, which is really cool. It was way better than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, PoE's like, I'm very excited for PoE 2's full release, which it sounds like they're hoping to get it done in the first half of next year. They said that they're targeting to get it done by March, but that's ambitious considering in December we're only getting 0.4, and there's still a lot of classes that we have yet to get. But it sounds like now they would be okay with releasing it without all of the classes finished, as long as they have all of their acts done, and then roll out the rest of the classes as time goes on. I don't know how people will feel about that, but they want to get the game to be free again. They want to get their player base back up. I really do love the way PoE handles their leagues, though. Because, like, Diablo, I like the seasons, but after the season's over, all the new mechanics and stuff that they introduced are just gone a lot of times. It's free to play on Xbox at the moment. PoE 2? Shouldn't be. They did a free weekend a couple weeks ago, but that ended. PoE 1 is free. How am I enjoying the latest season of Diablo? It's great. It's easily one of my favorites. I still don't know exactly where I would rank them, but it's definitely in my top 3. Okay. I wish I still had, like, footage of every season, so I could go back and look and remember exactly how everything played out. Because, like, I remember, like, the overall, like, what the seasonal themes were and, like, the main features, but, like, I'm sure there's little intricacies of certain seasons that I don't remember exactly how they worked. Like, I don't think I've hated any of them, but there were definitely ones that were better, ones that were worse. All right, I guess Andy? Perfect circle? Yep. You know what? I'm going to change out of the StarCraft look. We're going back to hat. I need my hat back. Going purple? What color do I want? Kind of like that. Actually, that goes with the wings. I don't know why I decided in this moment to do this, but yeah, there we go. Does your friend trade for boss match or farm? He's a farmer. He's a crazy farmer. He's playing all the time, grinding. I don't know why I'm going out of my way to kill those dudes. Crazy that out of all these boss kills, I've only gotten one piece of chaos gear. No perps for you yet? Oh, yeah, me neither. You've seen 2 pranksters in Undercity run before? You've never seen that before. 2 in the same one? I want to say I've seen that like once. But yeah, it's not definitely not common. I can't remember. Did you get an extra chest for it? Your build's finally online. Couldn't figure out mana, but then you got mana shield. Yeah, mana shield power is a game changer. Man, it really likes giving me a Havarion. Meh.
Use it well.
You've had three? Three pranksters? Dang. Did you see someone already did Pit 150? Yeah, so there was a druid build that was broken doing infinite damage, which is why today they disabled one of the druid powers, because they're fixing it. Finally at 60, time to find some gear. Heck yeah. Yeah, the druid companion builds, I think it was Poison Creeper, was crazy broken. -9 trillion, yeah. Yeah, that's like an integer overflow or something, to where they basically are just doing infinite damage. Poison Creeper, yeah. Yeah, I did start leveling a druid on hardcore. I'm gonna do the Raven thing. But I only got it to like level 15 or something. They fix it and it comes back? Maybe. What the? Is that Tyrael's? Shroud of False Death. I'll probably keep that one. That doesn't go to the insta-salvage pile. Am I running Super Ball? I'm doing Super Ball for bosses, but I do the spinny one for speed farming. Okay, I'm out for Andy. Do you have any more, Joe? I have 2 out of the 3 that I need. What's my opinion on Crackling Energy? I almost went with that this season. It seems like it's really good. It's probably not as good as Ball Lightning, but I definitely am interested in trying it. 12? Okay.
What's left, you ask?
Oh, thank you. You're running Hydra Firewall for leveling, but you're going to switch to Ball? Yeah, I just started with it. Originally, I was going to level with Chain Lightning, but then I saw a build go up for Ball Lightning leveling guide. I'm like, you know what? Just stick with it. All the way. But, I mean, Hydra's an S tier build also. Maxwell actually has Hydra above Ball Lightning. But I wanted to do Ball Lightning anyways because I did Hydra last season.
Moo!
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I also ran Hydra last season. It was good. But I want to do something else. Oh. I don't have... Okay. Last season was your first time playing the game? Nice. And he came back for another one. Zoop. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. First time sorcerer, you can't get stuff to kill fast. What kind of sorc are you running? And what difficulty are you playing on? Hydra and fire mainly, hard. I mean, your first step would be to try bringing it down to normal. I can't remember. Did I start on normal or hard? You have a Barbar Wath Donjon. You can do for Google stuff for 20k damage. Pardon? Yeah, if you're having trouble killing stuff, I would just bring it down to normal until you get a little bit better gear and get more skills going. Switching to lightning. Lightning is definitely good for leveling, but fire is pretty solid too. What level are you? Because once you unlock your enchantments, you can do the quest for your enchantment stuff at level 15. If you put Firebolt in your enchantment slot, when you start killing stuff, like when you kill a single monster, everything will start exploding. Is it Fireball or Firebolt? Fireball. If you put Fireball in one of these slots down here, once you get to 15 and unlock one of these, it's very powerful and will help you level a lot faster, kill stuff faster. You think like 35. Okay, you've been doing side quests? Gotcha. Yeah, Sorcs shouldn't have too much problem, especially if you have your enchantment slot unlocked. Is Sorcerer the best class this season? Every class this season has S tier builds, so I don't know if they're the best. I think Druid is probably the strongest. But every class is very strong this season. 29? Okay. Yeah, so you should be able to get one enchantment, and then once you get to 30, you'll unlock your second one. You're on Penitent running Hydra Firewall? Yeah. Yeah, once you get powerful, once your build starts coming together, you can definitely crank up the difficulty and level faster. Yeah, the purple enchantment quest, yep. Paingorger's Chest. Interesting. Yeah, Strongholds are really good for leveling. What most people recommend is when you get to level 50, set it to normal, because most of the Stronghold experience comes from the turn-in, and it doesn't scale in difficulty. So people will go at level 50 and do a world tour of all of the Strongholds on normal difficulty, so you can blow through them really quickly, and you'll level from 50 to 60 really fast. Any strats for leveling alts? I would probably just do Helltide 1 to 50. Either Helltide or the Fleeting Hordes, and then do your Stronghold World Tour if you haven't already done them. Well, I guess you have to do it on each character, don't you? Do I have a jaw? I think I might need my jaws, but I'm not sure. Let me check. Do I have any? I don't have any. Unless I have it on me. No. You just need one? If I see one, maybe. Although, do you need a jaw for a Shaco? Because I do want to try and make a Shaco. I don't think you do. You need it for air? Well, I got that covered already, so we're good there. Uh, 5, 6 for them, and 1 out of 2 sparks. Gotcha. I have quite a few sparks already this season. What am I at? 8? Does everyone go for air to get your CHC up? I think that's part of it, and just the core skills. Is that a wizard hat? It was one of the reliquary cosmetics from last season or the season before, I think. I don't remember where I got it exactly, but I needed it. So it reminds me of The Undertaker from WWE, and that made me happy. Never even did it. Oh, the pit? Yeah, the pit's important to do. You gotta get your glyphs up. You get so much power from your glyphs. I haven't got there. You had your rogue ready, but the season switched. Didn't know what would happen. Gotcha. Yeah, every 3 or so months, they do seasonal resets where they do... It's a fresh start for seasonal characters with new mechanics, new items, all that stuff. You can still play your old character on the Eternal Realm if you want to, so you don't lose it, but yeah. But yeah, so based on the date in the Reliquary, it does look like the next season is going to be like December 12th, I think it was. However, during the last developer update livestream, they did suggest that Season 10 might be a longer one, so that might not be an accurate date. Eternal Realm is basically just for fun. I mean, yeah, isn't the whole game just for fun? But the Seasonal Realm, or it's a Seasonal Realm and Eternal. Eternal is basically just non-season. It's the ones that last forever. So it's like, it's the playground when you don't want to play your seasonal character or whatever. You can go test stuff on your old characters or whatever. But yeah, I pretty much exclusively play seasonal. I like restarting though, just because like I like the level up process. I love building new characters. Like a lot of people just care about the end game, and so like they don't love the restarting, they don't like the leveling and all that, but I think the start of a new season is my favorite time because there's just like there's so much new stuff to do. New ways to level, and just like everybody coming back, the community is active. It's fun. All right, gonna sell. Have I tried Dance of Knives Rogue this season? No, I did it 2 seasons ago, maybe last season, and I really liked it, but I haven't done it this season.
Greetings.
Mm.
Hammer. My hammer sings on your return.
So far this season, I've done my Sork. I got a Spiritborn to level 50, and a Hardcore Druid to like level 15. But that was about it. Rogue with Dance of Knives, straight smacking. So I've heard, like, my experience of Dance of Knives was that it was amazing for leveling up, and it was good through Torments like 1 through 3, but once I got to Torment 4, it was kind of rough. I've heard it was better in the endgame this season, but I haven't tried it, so I don't know. You love the Dance of Knives Rogue this season? It's so much more powerful. They buffed the damage to elites. Okay, cool. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How high can this build push in the pit? I have done either a 106 or a 108. I don't remember which. One of the two. I'm sure it can go higher. I know Makuna's done at least 115. Probably higher at this point. The last I looked on the leaderboards, Sork was at like 115, but that was also like 2 days ago. No problem. Belial. They need to buff Belial. At least this one. Like... He's too easy. Like, I realize that at the power that I'm at, they're all going to be pretty easy, but, like, even when I'm not, he seems easier than all the other bosses. Can you drop a mythic? He has the same loot table as whatever boss you killed. This one is not Makuna's. This is the max roll version. I did put a link to it on my website, which I linked in my bio. So if you go to rezarj.com, and then there's a Ball Lightning build link at the top, but it's just the max roll version, so it's North Wars build. But it's pretty damn strong. Like, I was able to get to Torment 4 day 2, I think. And I've had no problems killing anything. I can eviscerate T4 Lilith. Eviscerate.
Greetings.
What mythic? So I'm currently using Air of Perdition and Starless Skies, but you don't need it for the build. It definitely helps. It will make it more powerful, but I was able to do pretty much everything without it. Can't wait for Last Epoch to come to PlayStation. You just watched the trailer. Looks sick. Yeah, Last Epoch is great, and I've said since the beginning that game is going to thrive once it's on console. I hope it comes to Xbox too. Did they change the boss fights? You thought Drill had invisible parts. So they did change the boss fights, but it's interesting because like now it's kind of like a timed thing. Instead of having the immunity phases right away, they'll have a barrier. And if you can blow through the barrier before it phases, you can skip the phases. But if you can't blow through the barrier fast enough, then it will do its invulnerability phase. So either you insta-kill it, or you have to kill it slowly. And there's like no real in-between now. So either you're nuking it, or you're doing the mechanics. I think it's better than it was. Still an interesting choice, though. Last one? All right. But yeah, I really enjoy Last Epoch. I will continue playing it. Same with PoE, PoE 2, Diablo 4. Probably playing Diablo 2 this week. No, I am playing Diablo 2 this weekend. I'm just an ARPG lover. I'm debating playing the new Torchlight Infinite season when that comes out. I haven't played that game in a while, but I do want to get back into it. I don't love that there's a little bit of pay to win in that game, but still a fun game, so I'll just ignore that part. What would Blizzard do if content creator is also in Diablo Partner Program, promotes and publicizes a game publicizes an exploit? They do. Some partners do publicize exploits. I know like Rob has in the past. But so it's kind of a double-edged sword. So it's beneficial for the people who find out about the exploit early. But it also brings awareness to the exploit so Blizzard can fix it faster. That said, I would never do it. If I hear about an exploit, I will go out of my way to not do it and try not to talk about it. I don't know if there is an exploit. We're just hypothetical. Luna, do you know of an exploit this season? The one thing that I have noticed this season is, as of now, it seems like nobody's figured out a way to dupe, which is great. We don't see tons of Belial mats flying off RMT sites this season. There's still some, but it seems like they're legit farmed this season. All right. Belial time. World boss in 28 minutes, if anybody cares. You heard that Rob has one of his build for Druid to... Oh, so the Druid one, they've already fixed that. They disabled the Druid, the unique aspect that was enabling that exploit to happen. And they're working on a fix for it already. They disabled that one early this morning. It was something with the Poison Creeper build.
What is reality?
You don't like exploits like that? It's unfair advantage towards other classes and builds? Yeah. That one, it doesn't bother me as much because at the end of the day, who cares what pit tier other people are doing? As long as it's not affecting the economy, it doesn't bother me that bad. That said, I'm glad they're fixing it. The lack of dupers is annoying. Need to buy your Belial mats? No! Play the game! But like, serious question. Why do you guys want to buy Belial mats? Like, it's not hard to just play the game and get them. Like, what is the rush to get Belial mats? I don't know. Like, do you like just spamming Belial all day, every day? Wouldn't you rather do, like, a variety of activities? Isn't that more fun? Your season should be over in 4 days of play. Why do you want that? Why do you want to speedrun the end of the season? Wouldn't you rather have it last longer? Is the bowling focus better for bosses? Yeah. Yeah, the Super Ball is better for bosses, and the spinny one's better for speed farming. Although, you can use both for either. You can use either for both. I think both ways work. Is it still best to pick Duriel's loot from Belial this season? It depends. So, they made it a Venn diagram this season. So, like, it used to be to where, like, you would have Duriel and Dariel and Harbinger of Hatred, right? Like, they used to all share the same loot tables, but now it's like a third of the items are going to be on those two, a third of the items are going to be on those two, and a third of the items are going to be on those two. So that, like, if you don't have the expansion, you can still get all of them, but each boss is going to have, like, each item is going to be on 2 of their boss tables. Talking to the people on the platform with the shortest attention span ever, that's true. That is true. You make a valid point. The Mythic Unique drop rate is just too low, so running Belial is the most practical. Honestly, I think this season, I got 0 of my Mythics off of any of the Tormented bosses. I got mine out of Chaos Rifts, which was wild. The first one. And the second one was from Infernal Hordes. Or they upped it. Yeah, it's... I don't know if they upped it, but there's more activities to get them from. But I don't know. I've just always been an advocate of just play the game and enjoy it. And just like, I don't know. Saw someone go, yeah, I've gotten 2 Melted Heart of Selig from gambling. So if you need sparks, maybe gamble amulets. Ambulance? Amulets. That might have just been a fluke, though. Got the shot of false death from gambling. Amber lamps? Yeah, I don't know what I said. Hello. All right, this is my last one. So I don't know if gambling amulets is the best way to go, but I have gotten 2 Melted Heart of Seligs from gambling. So for me, it's worked out well. Just that's one guy's experience. So someone get Air of Perdition pulling for gloves. Yeah. So yeah, it does. If the slot that you're gambling does not have a mythic, you can get one from the other slots. Okay. Speaking of mythics. There's another Air of Perdition. Of course, it's the same GA that I already have. Why couldn't it be core skills? Rude. How are you doing 60 billion damage? That's super crazy. What is my build? I've done 600 billion. But this is just the max roll Ball Lightning build. Second one I've seen. Yeah. I've gotten a couple mythics today. You'll take it? If I could trade it, I'd give it away. I'd do a giveaway for it right now. I do wonder if they'll ever open up mythics to be tradable. Like, my suggestion, and I've given this suggestion to the devs, remove make it an option to remove the class loot thing to where, like, you can actually get drops for other classes. And if you do that, you can then trade mythics. I think that would be cool. Because then you're less likely to get the items that you need for your class, but then you can trade for stuff that's more valuable. Make it feel more like Diablo 2, where you can trade anything. Love my videos? Love from Egypt? Hell yeah. Is it hard to get the build? Not really. This build came together super, super well. Just like PoE, kind of. I mean, it's really like Diablo 2, but yeah, like PoE also. You hope they don't. It would make it pay to win. So, if you consider in-game trading pay to win, I consider pay to win when the devs give you way to buy power in the game, like built into the game. There's always going to be third-party trading, no matter what. You can buy anything except for mythics right now, and like you can buy runes, and you can easily get the sparks that you need to craft mythics. So you basically can anyways. Was it 3 or 4 today? It might have been. Diablo Immortal? Diablo Immortal is pay to win as hell. Fuck that game. I say that knowing I enjoyed the game when I played it, but the pay to win was super shitty. There was a good game in there, but they ruined it. I still enjoy playing it. I go back and play it when like new classes get added and stuff, but do I think they'll nerf Mana Shield? I don't think that they will. If they do, I think it'll be a little bit of a nerf. I don't think they'll gut it though. 2 spear, a helmet, and a chest. That sounds right. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't think they'll gut it. I could see them tuning it down a little bit, but I hope not. I think it's too deep into the season to do that already. But maybe not. Who knows? Okay. Well, that was fun. Where you at, Joe? You still have more? Still have 2 more runs apiece? Oh, okay. You can take my leftovers. But I do appreciate all the mats you've supplied. You rolled a 3GA Shaco from the blacksmith? Hell yeah. So my friend Misha, she's also a streamer. Her very first crafted mythic this season, she crafted a Ring of Starless Skies, and she had a 4GA. How dare her. It was super wild, but it was funny. I was laying on my couch when it happened, and I heard her like pop off because I had her streamed up on my computer, and I heard her getting all excited, like freaking out about it. I immediately, because I edit videos for her YouTube and TikTok sometimes, I popped up off my couch and clipped it immediately and made a YouTube short for her. It was funny. I'm like, okay, that's got to be a clip. Seeing this guy do that much damage literally satisfies me because now I know people can get so much stronger in this game. Yeah. So if you work on leveling up, like getting all of your glyphs leveled up, getting your master working right, like your characters can get incredibly powerful. Yeah. And it really doesn't take that much time. You saw Luxos got a 4GA something too. You feel like it's been more people with them this season? Yeah. I mean, I have a bunch of sparks. I could craft several of them. Dang it. Okay. Cool. I do have Stygian stones, but meh. So, the Stygian stones, right now, they're just useful for making Andy, Duriel, and Harbinger keys, right? I would love to see them use these for something else. For example, putting them into these things to make more powerful versions of the boss that gives you like more loot or something. I think that would be super nice. Any tips? I mean, my biggest tips to getting more power is just make sure you're leveling your glyphs. You want to make sure, first of all, they're all level 15. And then once you get beyond that, you want to make sure that you get them all to 46. Oh, on how to farm Infernal Hordes compasses. That's a tough one. It seems random. I don't know if there's like one place that's better in particular. Like, I feel like I've gotten a lot of them just from running Nightmare Dungeons. And I feel like I've gotten a lot of them running Helltide. But, like, I just kind of run around and do a little bit of everything. So I'm not sure exactly where they came from. I don't think there's like one specific place that's gonna be better than others. Maybe there is though. If anybody has any suggestions for that. Nightmare Dungeon and Chaos Rifts is usually your go-to. Yeah, yeah. The Chaos Rifts in Helltide this season, super powerful. Like, you can get so much shit. And once you're in Torment, there's a chance to get a Mythic Chaos Rift where it's guaranteed to drop you a Mythic Unique. I almost said Mythic Legendary. That's never been a thing, Riz. Where's your brain at? I should have kept that Materials Reserve one. Just made it to Torment 1. You do 60 to 100k damage. I think that's about where I was when I got into Torment 1. That sounds about right. What does a Mythic Chaos Rift look like? Is it a different one, or does it looks the same, but when you highlight over it, like, you know how they have like the blue or the yellow text, it'll just be purple text there that says like Mythic. It might have been a little bit more difficult, but not noticeably. But yeah, then that's where I got my Air of Perdition, which was super nice. All right, let's craft a Shaco. You can get Mythic on Torment 1. I'm pretty sure it was Torment 1. It might have been Torment 2 or 3, but I'm pretty sure you can get it in Torment 1. I'm guessing the higher Torment tier you go, the better your chances are. Eom, Locke, and Ton. Do I have that? Eom. I don't have enough. Okay, never mind. I need 6, right? Yeah. Okay. Banished Lord's Boots. I'm not going to use those, but... okay.
Use it well.
Ba-ba-ba. Okay, so I have 3 of them. Locke, I have 8, and Ton, I have 13. I could try re-rolling some of these for the ones that I need, but to get 3 Eoms would be lucky.
Fairly well.
You know what? We're gonna risk it. Don't want to spend those. Whoops. Okay, so we're gonna go rune crafting.
Moo!
Look on the ground. I don't want your runes. Oh. Nagu.
Well done.
Should have 1 Eom. Oh. Got a Yule.
The stars made manifest.
Come on. This is irresponsible, Riz. You have exactly 1 to give me if you get a jaw. I'm surprised I don't have any jaws. Oh, a Bach.
Well done.
I know I could do multiples of these at the same time, but I'm having fun doing it single. You have 25 Tributes of Harmony. I do have more of those too. Eom. Okay, I got one.
What colour and brilliance.
There's a gnome.
What colour and brilliance. Well done.
I just realized there's the can craft button. That makes it way easier to see what I can do. Okay. So we struck out a little bit. It's okay. Let me double check. Do I have a jaw now? No, still no jaw. Alright, so yeah, Harmony. I have 31 of them. Meow. Uh-oh. That was weird. Lagged out for a second. Keep getting stuck on corners and stuff. Rude. Yeah, I'm really curious in the next expansion, what kind of modes like this are they going to add? I'm sure they're going to do something, right? They got to. We know we're getting a new class. We know we're getting leaderboards. We'll be back in a bit. You need to shower and try to wake up a bit so you don't go to sleep before 10. I was wondering what that smell was. So yeah, you probably should do that. What's my thoughts on Thorn Barbarian? I really like Barb. I've never done Thorns though, but I know a lot of people like it. I have no idea how they're doing this season. Want them to bring back the Witch-like Helltide? I've always thought it would be really cool, similar to the way that PoE handles their league mechanics, is if like the ones from previous seasons just have like a low chance to pop up now and then. Like I think like having like Chaos Rifts have a low chance after this season to pop up would be really cool. Or like if instead of a Hell Tide, we did get the Witch Tide or whatever for like just like once a day for an hour or something. I don't know. Just like some way to make it feel exciting when they do show up, but not be all the time. Definitely your right armpit. It's Margaret. Ah, shit. One. You're building one this season, and right now you have 5,000 thorns. Nice. Thorns bleed build. This is the max roll one. Yep. Nobody has it built on the site, so you're building it from scratch. Nice.
It is done.
Finally got to T4 doing Hydra. Got the items for Ball. Gonna switch soon. Nice. It's strong. A little rough at the start, but finally getting there to where you want to get. Nice. So Thorns bleed. Like, what weapons are you using for that? And what chaos perks? Or I guess what main chaos perk? I do think it would be cool if you could put in multiple tributes, make it harder, but get more rewards from it so you could burn through them quicker. Like if I have 30, let me do like 5 at a time. And boost the difficulty or make the timer shorter or something. Accelerating chaos, dual threat, defending cursing. Okay. You just got another EM? Nice. Whoop. The cast perks set to where you only use... Oh, the single-minded fury? Gotcha. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. Oh, the dog bed is there. Just find it all, because you mainly run Flay with Rend. Paying 19,000, nice. Yeah, I'm curious how that how it's gonna continue progressing. Hopefully it makes it pretty deep. You want to meet in the PvP zone? See how it runs battling me? I mean... I mean... You want to catch these hands? Thoughts on the Paladin coming in the next expansion? Looking forward to it. So that's definitely not confirmed, but it does look like that's what they're going to do. That's what I would do if I was Blizzard, so I'm hopeful. I really want to play it, so I hope it is. If it is, I will definitely be going all in on Paladin in whatever season that is for the expansion. Oh, we filled our meter. Like a test run? Doing a boss battle? All right. We'll probably do a couple more of these, and then maybe we can do something like that. Okay, I got a Vex rune. You got a jaw? Nice. What gear are you running? You run Ball Lightning and do not do that much damage. Quick gear tour. Air of Perdition. Chaos Crown of Lucian. Chaos Banished Lord's Talisman. Chaos Lochran's Talisman. Gravitational on boots. Edge Master. Shredding Blades. Starless Skies. Galvanic Azurite. Aaken's Catalyst. All of my glyphs are level 100. How's Sorcerer for the season? You see me demolishing? Sork's real strong. Real strong. But so is every class this season, honestly. Someone told me my Barbarian was trash this season, so you want to prove them wrong? Well, the thing is, my character's very geared. So, like, if you're Paragon, what'd you say? Paragon 50-something? 59. I would probably have to take off a lot of my gear for it to be a fair fight. But for Paragon 59 is probably good. I'm just watching Misha open up a dog bed out of the corner of my eye. Is this the endgame Ball Lightning build? Yep. Oh, she getting in it. You're leveling Ball Lightning? Yeah, it's really strong, and it's fun to play. So there's both this version, and there's also like the bowling ball version where you throw like the big super balls in front of you. And it's really easy to switch back and forth between the two. It's only one piece of gear different. And one is really good for speed farming content, and the other one is really good for like pit pushing and boss clearing. You see how strong a 10k MP Hydrocuna build? So I really want to do that and put on Serpentine with Mana Shield and just blow all my mana and like kill myself, but just see how much damage it does. I don't know if it'll let you kill yourself though. How much damage do I deal? My highest hit that I've seen was that 712 billion? That might have been the highest one I've seen. I don't know. I was gonna say 600 billion, but that might have been. Any class or build you don't like? I'm not a big Necro guy, and I've never loved Necro in this game. I think it's just an aesthetic thing because like all of their spells are like red and brown, and it's just like poop and blood. Just aesthetically not pleasing to me. Been thinking about it? You were wondering about how much it can be sustained without getting marked? Yeah, I don't know. If you try it, let me know. I'll be curious. Hit 170 at Paragon 170 at the moment, but Ball build is pretty doable. Yeah, you don't really need much. Yeah, I just hit it for 700 billion. I haven't hit for a trillion yet, I don't think. But that's just one of my big crit overpowers. I don't regularly hit for that. Usually it's like 50 to 100 billion. For like regular overpowers. You need Shaco and Starless both builds still. So I'm using Air of Perdition. But you definitely can use Shaco with this build if you want to be more of like a teleport focused. Got a mythic chess piece buying gloves today. You've been seeing them drop way more from gambling so far this season. Yeah, I gambled 2 mythics this season. Both of them were Melted Hearts of Selig. Or Melted Hearts of Salvage. Going for the Infinite Teleport? Yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably pick up a Shaco so I can do that if I want to. Which is why I'm looking for Eom runes at the moment. Here's was a free shard. Yep, both of the ones I gambled were also sharded. I've sharded a lot of mythics this season. I'm sitting on 8 or 9. Wrong button. Yeah, 9 Resplendent Sparks. Haven't used any of them yet. And I also do have a Shroud of False Death in my stash if I want to. If I want another one. But I don't know if I'll use that one. That one might get used somewhere. I think the chest today was your first this season. Nice. How do you farm Spar? Oh, Sparks? I've just gotten a handful of mythics and I just salvaged them. So I know what one thing people are doing is when you get the what's the seasonal currency, the what's it called? Does it show it in here? What is the seasonal currency called? The warp stuff? Infernal warp or whatever? If you get the seasonal currency, you can then buy scrolls from the NPC next to the bounty board. And then you can put them in your stash and go to a new character. And then on that character, go turn them in to finish the bounty board on that character. It only takes like 20 or something of the scrolls. And you can use that to get more sparks on more characters. So some people are farming them that way. Infernal Warp, that's right, that's right. Yeah, so if you farm those up and then put them on alts and finish the bounty board on the alt, you get a spark at the end of it. It might be like 27 or something like that, but it's not too bad. You're level 40? Nice. Are you having fun? That's what really matters. Oh, nice. We finished on floor 2. Did they fix the offering glitch to farm them last season? I don't remember. You'll 90 billion with only Starless? You don't know if you need Shaco in your build? I mean, I'm running Air of Perdition. It seems like Air of Perdition gives you a little bit more damage, whereas Shaco lets you teleport more and gives you a little bit more defense. I mean, I guess it gives you the ranked all skills, so that'd be nice, but this gives you all core skills, which is what most of your damage comes from anyways. But both are good, for sure. Just out of curiosity, is anybody else planning on playing the new Diablo 2 season on Friday? Lightning Orb or Hydra for Sork build? I mean, I really like Ball Lightning. Hydra's good. It's really good. But I did it last season, so I wanted to do something that... This build hasn't really been viable since like season 2 or 3, so it sounded fun. What up, Jules? Yeah, both are super strong. So I would say whatever sounds more fun to you, go with that one. Also, apparently Crackling Energy is a lot of fun and is pretty strong. Plan on doing Hydra, but saw you were running the other? Yeah, the Hydra build, I did it last season, and it probably plays similar. And it was really good last season. I had a lot of fun with it. Ball Lightning is more fun to play? Yeah, I think it's more fun too. Like, I was sad when they nerfed Ball Lightning back in season 3 or 4 or whatever it was, but... you didn't know that Diablo 2 still existed? It was your favorite? Never play online, though? Yeah, so they don't, like... It's been a couple of years since they've actually, like, made meaningful changes to it. But they still do, like, new seasons. It's just, like, seasonal resets. And I haven't been playing it because I've been waiting for new content. But my friend Misha, Diablo 2 is, like, her main game. And she's putting together a group to plow through plow through leveling new characters through hell. The first night of the league, of the season, on hardcore. And so I said, sure, I'll do that. That sounds fun. Which Ball Lightning build? This is the Maxwell version. This is North Wars version. Have you tried Stormhorn? Yeah, I do that for bosses and pit pushing. But for just doing speed content, I still like Occam's. But yeah, I have one right here. So I just swap depending on what I'm doing. Can you swap in here? Nope. Undercity Farms, with which tribute? Any specific? We're doing the rune ones right now. Do I happen to have one Vex? I think I just found one Vex. I have 2 Vex on me right now. What? I can't unsee it. Every time I look at the Vex rune, all I see is a wiener. Anyways, how am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Gunna? If you happen to have an Eom rune, I would trade you for it, but if not, no big deal. Just got out of school? Nice, nice. Did you learn anything today? Which one? Yeah, Eom. Just a 3-hour lecture? I fell asleep in so many lectures in school. I was the worst student. I fell asleep in so many classes. I got really good at falling asleep in my arms like this on my desk. What build am I doing? This is the max roll Ball Lightning build. You're over the Ravens Druid for a bit? Ah, I did start leveling a Druid to do the Ravens thing, but I haven't got there yet. You don't have any No worries, no worries. It's broken? Yeah. Nice wings. I like them. Flap, flap. Flap, flap, flap. You're welcome. Puddle Pulverized build's good too? Yeah, I did that last season. How many builds did I do last season? Did I do Hydra the one before last season? I don't remember now. No, I think I did Hydra Sorc and Pulverized Druid, I think. I don't know. They all blend together at this point. I've done Sorcs pretty much every season, but you wish the Ohm Rune didn't sell for so much, you need 6. I never really try to buy them. Like, I'll trade for them if somebody's asking, but generally I'll just go farm until I get it. I don't know, I'm in no rush. I've always leaned towards the solo self-found stuff.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Runes are popping out of thin air. All right, fine, Joe. All right, fine. I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Any advice for a beginner barbarian? How beginner are we talking? I haven't played barbarian this season, so any advice that I would have would be generic, not seasonal specific. Are we talking like first time you've ever played the game? Whereabouts are you in the game? Are you in the campaign? Are you in endgame? Are you... What's the situation? You played last season with Sword. Okay, so you've done the campaign. You know how seasons work. Where are you at with your barb right now? What kind of build are you running at the moment? You need to be doing that damage. My build with this is getting 1 billion occasionally. So yeah, once I started leveling my glyphs and I got all my masterworks and everything pretty decent, the damage just starts ramping like crazy. Paragon 60, you just have random stuff on. Gotcha. So if you're looking for ways to get stronger, if you're like me and you're not like your brain doesn't do theory crafting, like you can put together a build, it's okay, but like it's really just, it's not popping off, it's not doing what you want. I would definitely check out Maxroll and look at their build guides. You can check out their tier list. You can look at their, like all of their endgame builds have like starter versions, which is probably where you would want to be to start with. Figure out, you know, what sounds fun, like a playstyle that you want, and then start working towards whatever uniques are listed on their build and figure out which bosses drop those and work towards getting the materials to farm those bosses. The best way to get boss mats. So that hasn't really changed this season. Like if you're looking for like Lord Ziermats, you're probably going to be wanting to do the Maiden and Helltide. If you're wanting to do Beast in the Ice, you're probably going to want to do Nightmare Dungeons. That said, any elites can technically drop any boss mats. And then you can also get like the boss summoning material caches from the Mercenary Den and stuff like that. But the more you play the game, the more mats you're going to get regardless. You can trade for them if you want to. What aspects am I using? So it's mostly uniques and legendaries, or sorry, uniques and mythics, but I do use gravitational on my boots, edge masters on my wand, and shredding blades on my amulet. You love Berserker alt? I would guess that some of the endgame builds probably use Wrath of the Berserker, but I haven't looked at Barb this season. I know there's a really good Lunging Strike Whirlwind build. I would also recommend, like, Mobilytics has good Barb builds as well, and I highly recommend Cliptus's builds. He's another Diablo partner who puts out pretty good build guides. What aspects? So I use Gravitational on my boots, I use Edge Master on my wand, and I use Shredding Blades on my amulet. Running the same build as you, I need the Ring of Starless Skies. You have everything else? Nice. Are you close to being able to craft it? Or are you just hoping for RNG?
No more.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Also, just a heads up. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, there are Twitch drops right now. And also, if this is a game that you play regularly, between now and whenever the next expansion drops, it's not announced yet, nothing like that, but between now and then, whenever it is, for every 100 subs I get on Twitch, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the next expansion, whenever it, like, pre-orders open up or whatever, on my Discord. And 2 of them are going on right now already. So, if that's something you're interested in. Shredding Blade, the Ice Shard aspect. Yes. Yep. Because when you're using Unstable Currents, it uses all of your Conjuration spells. And so you do that for, I believe it's the Vulnerable proc. Where is it? Yeah. When you damage, it has a 60% chance to make them vulnerable. Highest damage I got so far? I've hit like a couple times for 700 billion. That's the highest I've noticed. You have the sparks, just none of the runes. Gotcha. Yeah, the runes are the tough part. You're tempted to give up on the Necro and go Stork now? It's fun. It's fun. How much better is the build with the Ring of Starless Skies? I didn't notice a crazy difference. It's definitely a little nicer. Like, my mana feels a little bit better, but I think it's mostly just for the 6 ranks of core skills, so that's nice. You gotta get food? All right, Joe. Thanks for running. That was fun. What did I get? What am I focusing? Overpower or crit damage? So on my gear, mostly core skills. But yeah, I'm trying to hit core skills wherever I can. The crit was just because that's where it landed, but cooldown reduction is important. Core skills is important. Ranks to Ball Lightning. Yeah, crit damage is good. But yeah, a lot of cooldown reduction. Shock, critical strike damage. Unstable currents cooldown, so it's a lot of cooldown reduction. You hope upcoming big changes starts to tackle endgame, so we're not done in 2 weeks for 3-month season. I agree completely. Give that to Reaper. Oh, got it. Do you still need this Ram Reaper? The Jarun? Take that as a yes. There you go. Wait. Oh. I'm like, where'd he go? There you go.
Thanks.
You need the mythics. I don't want to go random, so I'm trying to get the runes to make them. Gotcha. Crest or Starless Skies. So I'm not using Harlequin Crest. I'm using Air of Perdition personally. So I would probably... I don't know. I don't know which one is a bigger boost. I got lucky, and I got my Air of Perdition from a Chaos Rift. I got one of the Mythic Chaos Rifts at like 2 in the morning. They're both pretty good. They both give a bunch of ranks to core skills. I don't think you can go wrong either way. Maybe whatever you have a worse piece in currently.
Might have been starting from nothing.
Paragon 201, not a single mythic. How the heck do I get them? So you can get them from the Chaos Rifts if you find a mythic. It's pretty lucky though. But I've gotten several just from gambling my obols. I've gotten 2 Melted Heart of Selig. So I was mentioning earlier, it might not be the worst idea to try gambling amulets if you have extra obols, because it seems like a pretty decent chance to get them. But that could have just been a coincidence. Could have just been a luck thing. I've gotten a handful off of just farming layer bosses like normal. What do you mean by Chaos Rift? If you go into a Helltide, there's like little hands on the minimap. It's new this season. There's not a Helltide right now where I would go there and show you. 30 plus layer bosses. I've probably done like 200 or 300 at this point. So, one more question. Ball Lightning is not a core skill. So what are we pushing for core skills? I'm like, what button is this? Okay, so you're right. Ball Lightning normally isn't a core skill. However, you see that core skill tag, right? I'm pretty sure it's one of the chaos perks. I think. Or is it an item? It might be an item. Or maybe they just added the core tag to it? I don't remember exactly what makes it core. It's both mastery and core always. Oh, is it always? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, but when it does say core, it doesn't necessarily mean like the core section, or I guess this is the core section. It means the tag itself. Yeah. Alter the balance perk. That's the That's the Necro one, right? Yeah, I got a mythic from the Chaos Rift. Yeah. So the Chaos Rifts can show up as like just blue. They can be yellow. They can be mythic. I think they can be they can be legendary. So the mythic one is the most rare one, but I've seen several people get them. So they're not that rare. And then when you are in the Helltide, like you can look on your map and see where they are and hover over them to see what type they are. So if you see one, you can you can go right to it real quick. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know why, but the cow sound really threw me off. Yeah, alter the balance. That's a cool one. It makes all of your cores ultimate and all of your ultimates core, which makes me want to try it because I've always liked the idea of Bone Storm, but because it's an ultimate, it has such a long cooldown. And I saw a clip that Macrobioboy put out of that, and he just had like 30 Bone Storms out, and I'm like, that looks fun. What's happening on my Discord right now? Anyways. Okay, what am I gonna do? Soul Rift is deleting stuff from what you've seen. I did do Soul Rift at one point for a little while to try it out. It was pretty good. This might be the season where I do give in and play Necro. Probably won't be until after the IP collab thing comes out, which I talked about this earlier. I don't think the StarCraft thing was the IP collab for the season, but I'm not sure. Because in the past they've said that the IP collabs were always going to have an in-game part to it, as well as they were not planning on them being Blizzard specific. So I think they're still going to do another one, but I'm not sure if that's the case. The fastest way to gain the season favor, probably the Chaos Rifts, either in Helltide or doing the Nightmare dungeons that have the Chaos Rift tag on it. The only mythic you've had drop is Ahavarion, Spear of Lycander. I had 2 of those drop today, and they were both instant salvage. How much of the rep do I have? And that reminds me, I could test out the thing I was talking about earlier. What's my wand aspect? Edgemaster. So Edgemaster says, skills deal up to whatever increased damage based on your available primary resource. And because I use Mana Shield, I have 8,000 mana. I used to have 12,000. I don't know what changed, but you wish they would add more mythics. I think mythics are going to be something that they add more of with new expansions. I don't think they're going to add them with seasons. You'll be salvaging solely based on that response? Yep. Ahavarion, it's kind of a cool weapon to use if you're leveling your alts, because you can use them at like level 35. And it'll just give you a bunch of shrine buffs while you're leveling. But beyond that, pretty garbage. What's up, Titan? I've been pretty good. How about you? Okay, how much warp do I have? 800, not much. Okay. So, like I was saying earlier, what a lot of people have been doing if you need sparks to make mythics is you can farm up the seasonal currency, the Infernal Warp, and you can buy a bunch of these scrolls, which is just at the NPC here next to Cheyenne, next to the bounty board here. You can buy warp scrolls from. If you buy like 25 or 30 of these or whatever for 250 each, you can fill up your inventory with these, throw them in your stash, then go on a new character, get to this board, learn all of these things, and then you'll basically have enough reputation to unlock all the way down to here to get a spark that way. And you can get as many as you want. As like just keep making new characters, filling out this board. Apparently I have 2 of these to pick up. Also, if you didn't realize, this is a repeatable thing. So if you haven't been claiming these and you've been maxed out for a while, definitely claim those, because each one's guaranteed to have a chaos piece of armor. What I get? It's kind of like opening Pokemon card packs. Because you know you're going to get one shiny. The question is, will they be good? Also, potentially a good source of Infernal Hordes compasses. You started that today on a new Spiritborn and got it to the last row pretty quickly? Yeah, I think somebody said it takes like 27. Banished Lord's boots, Flamescar boots. I'm not going to use either of those, but, you know. You know what? I want to see how fast I can take out Lilith at this point. Does anybody need Lilith for their season journey? The Torment 4 Lilith? And if so, do you have at least one piece of Chaos Armor? Because that is part of the requirement. You have to be wearing one piece of Chaos Armor and have access to Torment 4. But if anybody has those requirements and needs Lilith for the final step of their season journey, let me know. I can get you in. And if not, I'll just kick her ass because it's fun. Oh. Yes? Not yet. You're having horrible luck? Uh-oh. What are you having horrible luck with? What up, Justin? She got to T2 today. Probably can handle T3, but definitely not T4. You don't think? Rolling Barb? Gotcha. You gonna get foods? What's for birthday foods? You like my song choices? Heck yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, they discover me because of Riz Radio. And then they stick around because they like the vibes. Taco smells? Nice. I feel like the changes to Lilith might have made it a little too easy.
I appreciate that.
Had your birthday dinner on Saturday? I do recall that. All right. Let's see if I can do a 108. So 108 is what I have unlocked. Is Undercity the best way to farm specific rolled items? I find Undercity good to farm like like if you're looking for Obdicite or if you're looking for runes and that kind of thing. But if you're looking for specific gear, probably not. It seems like if you're using the bargains to like try to target farm like amulets with like resistances and stuff like that, I don't think it's really good anymore. They might be bugged right now. Can I Crown of Lucian, a great DPS source, or can I drop it to put on Air of Perdition? So generally, so that's why they recommend Crown of Lucian as one of your Chaos Armor pieces. So that you can wear both. I would say, at this point, try them both, see which one feels better. Until you get the Chaos Armor. You know what they're doing with the Druid in the patch? So I know that they already disabled the Druid creeper power that was making them broken. They haven't announced any patch notes yet. The patch probably isn't coming until next week. I know that they're addressing Soul Spires and Infernal Hordes. And one of the Chaos powers they're working on a fix for. But beyond that, we don't really know anything yet. We don't know any specifics. An amulet with passive, yeah. So the amulets with passives, I don't think the Undercity target farming thing is actually working for that. I am way behind the timer here. And another heart attack. Holy shit! Glad you're okay. I mean, relatively speaking. All right, I'm way behind the timer. I was not focused. Been farming chaos for 2 days, haven't got it. Yeah, that is the big chase thing this season, is finding the right chaos pieces on the right slots, and it's tough. I got really lucky. I got one of them fairly early, and then the other two both dropped from the same fight. I was like, oh, okay. The Poison Creeper build was nutty. Watch someone do 150 in 2 minutes? Yeah. So they disabled the power that was enabling that because they were doing infinite damage. So that was pretty broken. PoE2 0.3 destroyed any enjoyment you had with Diablo. Barely pushed into T4. You just cannot pit forever. I mean, you don't really have to pit forever. There's so many different things you can do. The only reason you have to do the pit is to level your glyphs, but I don't know. I enjoy both games personally. Not worried about the Raven Druid. One of the aspects giving me the block list. Yeah, that was because of the companion Druid build, the Poison Creeper build, was doing infinite damage because of that power, so they had to disable it temporarily. But they are working on a fix for it. You just started playing D4 again. You thought we were getting an expansion. We are, next year. It's already confirmed for 2026, but no details have been announced yet. But they have teased that we should be getting the first announcement in... They said the gift-giving season, late November, December, somewhere in there. I'm guessing the Game Awards in December. When you get tired of the pit, you boss or Chaos Rift farm? Yeah. Like, Helltide feels great. Infernal Hordes feels better. Once they fix Soul Spires, Infernal Hordes will feel a lot better. But I get it. Like, PoE is great. Personally, I get to mapping and I start getting a little bored. Just because it feels like I'm just doing the same things there also. But I do enjoy both games. I think PoE has way better crafting. And I really enjoy the skill system there and putting builds together on that game. But I think Diablo Combat just feels really fun. You can just blast. And I don't know. I like both. You're back. And how is Chili's out of ribs? Rude. If Soul Spires get fixed, you don't think you'll ever leave Hordes? They've confirmed that's what they're working on for the first patch of the season, which will probably come next week. How's Chaos Armor? I think it's cool. I think that it adds some legs to the season because it is more RNG based and you can't trade them. So it's going to take a little bit, like a little longer to get the perfect ones that you need. And especially if you're going to try to get them with like more GAs and stuff. Have I played D3? Oh, I played a shitload of D3. I love D3. I love D2. I love D3. I love D4. I love PoE 1. I love PoE 2. I love Last Epoch. I like all the RPGs. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be playing a little bit of this and a little bit of Titan Quest 2 because a new update's coming out tomorrow for that game. Really annoyed about that because you were wanting ribs. How do they run out of baby back ribs at Chili's? That's like their whole thing. Rude. You should fire them. Yeah, 4GA Ring of Starlit Skies, but can't even use it for your build. I mean, it's best in slot for the build I'm playing, so maybe make a Sork too. Haven't heard Minus the Baron forever. Nice. D2 was the GOAT. I'm going to be streaming Diablo 2 on Friday and probably a good portion of this weekend. There's a new ladder season starting, and I'm going to be playing it on hardcore, which is something I haven't done in a long time, and I'm already scared. Between Sork and Druid for next class, both very good options. But yeah, tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be live earlier because I'm going to be playing Diablo 4 and Titan Quest 2. I don't know which one I'm going to start with, but if you're used to me normally starting at 1 Pacific, it'll be earlier tomorrow. Probably like 10 a.m. Pacific. Death Trap have hit 115. You're at 105 right now. So I've heard some people say Death Trap is great, and other people say Death Trap is shit this season. So hearing you say that makes me feel like the people who are saying it was shit are probably just doing something wrong. Or maybe they're just not enjoying the playstyle, which is also valid. Shit because of gear requirements. Okay, that could be. That could be. All right, but I'm going to call it here for today. And I will be back tomorrow for probably a longer stream, probably like 6 or so hours. And then Friday, between Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be streaming for 24 hours. I might do a break in the middle. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, should be a fun week. Got a lot of stuff going on. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to raid over to Misha. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Deuces.
Don't forget about socks.